Chef Mark here from Mark's Easy Kitchen. Oh, sorry. Thanks for tuning in. I was just over at Mark's Easy Kitchen. I recorded a video for my cooking channel, and I thought I'd pop over and see how my ASMR friends are doing. And I'm kind of hungry, so I was kind of thinking, I might have something to eat, So I looked around the kitchen. I had a little bit of chicken. I had some noodles. I thought, how about some chicken fettuccine Alfredo? Maybe I should whip up some of that. Would you care to join me? Okay, let's do it. First of all, let's go over ingredients. So the first thing I have is some fettuccine pasta. I also have 2 cups of half and half cream, but whole cream works very well also. I have 1 plump chicken breast. As you can see, it's quite thick in the middle, so I'll be slicing that in half lengthwise. I have 4 garlic cloves that I'll be mincing up. I have 2 tablespoons of butter, but margarine works pretty good also. I also have some fresh parsley that I plucked from my garden this morning. I usually get it from the store, but I got this from my garden. And I have 1 cup of fresh Parmesan cheese. Now, with a very sharp knife, I'm going to take my chicken breast and slice it lengthwise. I'd be very careful not to cut myself. Now, using a sharp knife will avoid any jagged edges, and it'll definitely make your work a whole lot easier. Now, if your chicken breast is not very thick, of course, you won't need to do this. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lightly season both sides of my chicken breast. I'm just using some salt and some pepper. You can use whatever seasoning you like, if you want to use garlic or anything like that, but I find just salt and pepper works very well. It's not too overpowering, and of course you don't want to overdo it, but I'll just season both sides nice and lightly, and once I've done that, then I'll just set my chicken breast aside. Now I'm going to mince my garlic, and I'm going to mince my parsley at the same time. I'll try and mince it as fine as I can. So there's my garlic and my parsley being minced. I've added 2 tablespoons of salt to my water. I'm going to cook my pasta to the directions on the box, and I'll just let that cook. Now I've added 2 tablespoons of oil to my saucepan, and on medium heat I'm going to saute my chicken for about 5 or 6 minutes or until fully cooked. You only need to usually flip them about maybe once, and just keep an eye on them. You don't want them to burn, but just make sure they're cooked all the way through. Now once I've cooked them, I'm going to remove them from the heat, and then I'm going to set them aside in a saucepan. I will add my butter. I'm going to melt my butter. And once I've done that, I'm going to add my minced garlic, and I'm going to stir that around. I'm going to slowly saute the garlic, and that really wakes it up. You can really smell the aroma of the garlic and the butter very quickly. Now, once I've done that, I'm going to add my cream, and on medium heat, I'm going to keep whisking this very slowly and very steadily. You don't want to burn anything. You don't want to scorch your cream. Just keep stirring and stirring on medium heat. Keep an eye on it. Now I'm going to drain my pasta off. I'm going to drain my pasta and let it completely drain. And once I've done that, I'm going to set it aside because I'll be using this very shortly. So there's my pasta. That's all ready to go for the next step. Now I'm going to add my cheese to my sauce. Now at this point it really starts to thicken up. Once you add your cheese to your cream sauce, it starts to thicken up. Once again, keep it on medium heat and keep whisking slowly. You don't want to burn anything. This is a good time to add salt and pepper, or maybe some, a pinch of nutmeg or something, whatever you like. But anyways, just keep on stirring. Now, what I'm going to do is take my noodles, put them back on the stove, and add my cream sauce to my noodles. You can see it really thickened up. It's really nice and thick. I've got my cream sauce and my noodles there. I've sliced up my chicken earlier into small bite-sized pieces, so I'm going to add that back into my noodle mixture. And I'm going to add my parsley, and I'm going to stir everything together. So I've got my noodles and my sauce and my chicken and my parsley all mixed together. I'm going to stir that around. I have myself some chicken fettuccine Alfredo, my friends. There it is. Wow, that looks amazing. Okay, so here it is. Chicken fettuccine Alfredo. Oh man, you can see the steam coming up out of that. That's just beautiful. Fresh off the stove. further, I got a shout out. Kevin Zuhone. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Kevin. Kevin Zuhone or Zuhone. Anyways, June 19th, Kevin has a birthday. June 19th. So happy birthday to you, Kevin. And a big shout out to you. I even ordered some beeping sounds for you. I don't know if you can hear them. There we are. So I hope you enjoyed making this with me. It was fun, wasn't it? So, here we go. Just kind of whip that up. Now, I have quite a few birthdays coming up, and these people have all given me plenty of notice, which makes me very happy. So if you have a birthday coming up, the more notice the better. And if you want a shout out, just let me know. I'll give you a shout out as soon as I can. So I was over at my cooking channel, and I was making a video. I don't want to tell you what it is right now, but I just finished it. I'm in the, I'll be starting the editing process pretty soon. I've recorded all my video. Still have to do my voiceover. I also recorded most of my still shots and that sort of thing. I gotta sort through everything, decide what I'm gonna keep, what I'm gonna use, and I never totally discard anything. I just kind of keep it, handy, and then when I need it, it's there. But I don't want to tell you what the video is just yet, because I'll be doing an ASMR video on that same thing, which is quite interesting, actually. I will say one thing. The product that I made today on my cooking channel was just fantastic. It turned out great. Really, really good. There's a whole story that goes with it. So it'll be good for my ASMR channel as well. It was hot. Wow. Fresh off the stove. I'm hungry today. Doing my cooking channel, I really get immersed. I try and start quite early in the morning and just keep working, go through everything. It's quite a procedure because you have to, okay, let's say I was making a pasta dish. Then you have to, take pictures of all your ingredients. You have to make sure you don't miss anything. I'll take 4 or 5 or 10 pictures of each thing, trying to get a really good picture. I usually use multiple cameras, usually 3. A lot of times I have my overhead camera. And then everything I do, I record everything. Every little procedure I do. And if I don't use it, but at least I got it, I might only even use that one little segment for like a second where I'm just stirring something, like whisking an egg or something, or something like that. I've pretty much got one camera that just rolls from beginning to end. I try and get different angles and stuff like that. But the thing about doing different angles, you have to be careful that you don't see the other camera in the background or something, right? This is really good. I've been craving this lately. sometimes, I didn't do this on my cooking channel, but sometimes when I make this, I would put little bits of bacon in there, stuff, and green onion, whatever. It's like chicken fettuccine. Alfredo to the 10th power, I just kind of get carried away sometimes. Oh, it's good. Weather's been so super hot lately. We've been in the pool a lot lately too. It's so nice. At one point when you first take the cover off the pool, you have to do that around April. It's ice cold, But then after a while, you think it's never going to warm up, but it does. It's just perfect. It's not a heated pool, but it doesn't have to be. We got a thermal cover we can put on if we want, but we usually don't. But it's just so refreshing. You get in there, it's just so nice. We float around, and I drink a Corona. Linda's garden is looking amazing. Her rose garden's looking really good. It almost all happens overnight, It goes from just these, these rose bushes with nothing on them to these just full bloom, it's beautiful. I think it's going to be a good year for cherries too. We're all really good year. Our cherry tree's going to be loaded. Now I say Linda's garden because I have to give her full credit. She's out there early this morning watering. She's out there, till 10 o'clock at night watering. She's always, it's her garden. Without her, that place would look a lot different. So back in 2014, when we first moved in, it was not like that at all. The people that owned it before were not gardeners at all. There was just nothing. This is so good. I used to make this for my kids all the time. Now what I do, like I said earlier, I put in some fried a few pieces of bacon, chop them up, put those in the last minute, so they're still kind of crispy. Have the chicken in there, loaded with chicken, and then I would throw in some frozen peas at the last minute, and I would grate some carrot into it. Basically, the idea was just to get some vegetables into them as well, right? And they should be eaten away, not even aware that they're eating vegetables as well, right? So you have to do that kind of stuff when your kids are little. We used to make our hamburgers. We'd always grate carrot into them, and do anything we could to, get as much veg into the kids as possible. So even just the patty alone had veg in it. This is so good. I used to sneak a few mushrooms in here sometimes too. Mushrooms are actually quite good for you. Down to the last remaining bits of chicken. Wow. I so totally want to lick my plate, but I'd probably hear about it. That's good sauce. Really good. Nice and cheesy. Nice and chickeny. Wow. That was yummy. That was fun making that, wasn't it? I want to thank you for joining me in the kitchen while I made this. Maybe I'll whip up a few more things. Well, good old bubbly. Groceries are sure expensive nowadays. When I first started buying bubbly, it was $3 something. Now, I'm lucky to see a sale where it's 2 for $10. They're usually around 6 something. So I've seen some places sell a dozen bubbly for 7. I won't buy it at that price. I just won't. But I try and buy them on sale if I see like, 2 dozen for $10, then I'll buy them. But I remember, like I said, it used to be like $3.49 for a dozen, Maybe even cheaper in other countries too, but here things are quite expensive. But groceries have really gone up. When I made this video that I'm just talking about, for Mark's Easy Kitchen, like I said, I won't tell you what it is because it'll spoil the surprise, but because I'll be doing an ASMR video about it as well. The ingredients are quite pricey. It's one of these things, it's a dessert, and it's quite pricey to make. But even more pricier now. And then I buy all the stuff, and I think, so like all this stuff, only need 2 tablespoons of this and a couple tablespoons of that, or 5 ounces of this. Now what do I do with the rest, right? So anyways, I'll make use of it one way or another. Nothing goes to waste in my kitchen. Okay. Well, there's my friends. Thank you for tuning in. And if you want a shout-out birthday wish, hit me up. Once again, Kevin, happy birthday to you. Hope it's a good one. So you look after yourselves, look after each other, and stay amazing out there in the land of awesome. And we'll see you next time, okay? Bye for now.